Okay, you guys. Oops, sorry. Is it? It's like rocking and rolling. Sorry. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of this Piscean Reports 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It is all of them. Welcome to my another episode of this Piscean Reports. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, you guys are having a lovely day. For those of you new to my channel, welcome aboard. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. All right, so once again, we are going to do some talking. I have some things on my mind, I got a minute and I'm like, you know what, let me get this. I want to say something about this. Over the weekend, I heard that there is a popular TikToker who reads tarot. They said her name is Alex Reads Tarot. And they said like she's the most popular TikTok tarot reader ever in the history of man or whatever, And she had recently renounced tarot and said that, she wants to walk a path with Jesus Christ and whatever. Whatever, like really, whatever. Okay, so here's my thing. This is just a little something that kind of rubs me the wrong way. There are individuals who just, I don't get it. It's like if you, one minute you're reading tarot and life is great, and then the next minute you decide you want to quit. And if you want to quit, here's my thing. That's fine. That is fine. My issue with her is not quitting tarot. My issue comes when someone wants to make this grand announcement. I am done. I am renouncing tarot and I am giving my life to Jesus, like the rest of us who enjoy tarot, who do tarot. Like we're just all these, devil worshiping sinners, and we're, and you was one of them. Here, that's the thing that burns my butt. You was one of them. And now all of a sudden, tarot is evil and wrong and terrible and the whole nine. And that's the issue that I have. If you are doing tarot and one day you just wake up and you say, you know what, I don't want to do tarot anymore. Just don't do it. Okay? When you decide to make some grand announcement, I always say to myself, who are you doing this for? You definitely aren't doing it for the tarot community. If I feel like this, I look at it like a show. I am renouncing, tarot, and I'm following Jesus, and and it's a show. And I feel like the show is for the Christians. Because on some level, maybe they're hearing that and they're going, yay, we've won another one. Another one has come to our site, and welcome aboard, and and that kind of ridiculousness. And that's how I look at it. It's flat out ridiculousness. There was a couple a couple of years ago when I used to watch tarot. I started watching other readers, and there was this man, this couple. And they both did tarot, and at the end, the husband would say, if you like the way I read, go check out my wife's channel and And then over there, I'd go over and I'd listen to her, and she would do her reading, and she would say, if you want to hear more on tarot, check out my husband's channel, right? And they were there for a minute, and their channels were both growing. They were doing very well for themselves, But then one day, they just weren't there anymore. They just weren't there. Either one of them. We're just one day not there. I was thinking to myself, I said, man, I haven't looked up this person I haven't seen him in a minute. Let me go. And I had to go in and actively look for their name. And then I went to their channel, and just one day, just like that, nope, no more videos. I'm good. We're done. Her and her husband, and that's how it should be. If you don't like tarot, that's fine. You don't want to do tarot anymore, that's fine. That's not my argument. That's not my issue. My issue becomes what's with the show? What's with the show? And then I'm irritated about it on this level as well. if you were the most popular TikToker, I would assume that at some point you were making money at what you were doing. Probably did really good for yourself. I don't need to lift this up. This thing is kind of going down. My thing is, sorry you guys. I think it's supposed to be right about there. And it's going to sink, I'm sure. But anyway. And if it does, I'll pause it and make an adjustment. But yeah, so it's like, oh, lost my train of thought. Yeah, just the fact that you're putting on this whole show. Yeah, you got to do all of that, you know? And like I said, at some point, I feel you probably made a pretty decent amount of money. And I feel like this, for those who do that, you got the most popular channel, and I'm thinking about Doreen Virtue, and I bought all of her boxes over here to prove my point, and it burns my ass to this day just when I think about it. Okay, people like that who have all this success in the world of tarot, and then one day I'm good and I'm going to renounce. And the way Doreen did it is what really pissed me off. It's the way she did it. I'm officially renouncing, and they did this video of her, and the caption went like this, and she's looking to the heavens and she's being baptized, you know. And I'm like, it's a show. That was a show. But what pissed me off more than anything was this same woman for years made millions off of tarot. She made, you know, box after box after box after box of tarot cards after cards, and all of us went out and bought them. Everybody in the beginning, that was the go-to deck. Was a Doreen Virtue deck that was go-to, and then she renounced, and then all of a sudden people just kind of said, you know what, I'll make my own deck. We're gonna start making our own decks, and other people started doing it, you know. And I want to show you, this is what angers me. I'm going to show you guys. Look at all these boxes of tarot. Look at all this shit. I spent all of my money, all those years. She went across the country, you know, visiting different cities and pushing her tarot boxes and tarot cards, and you know, talking about how beautiful it is and how God would want you to do this and that and the third. And it was all good, right? When she was making all this money, when she was selling all these cards, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 decks. She got me for 12 decks. And imagine all the other people, right, who did the same thing. Sorry, you guys, hold on. Let me see if I can lift this up. There we go. All these other women out here, and men and people who bought all of these decks, right? And I feel like she waited until her bank account hit just the right number. Just the right number. Okay, she's now got sprawling acreage in Hawaii, and she can finally buy that Snow White horse that she's wanted all of her life, and she's got enough room for all of her animals in this horse, that she can now retire and afford to take care of the horse and the animals and on this sprawling acreage, right? She waited till her bank account hit the right number, and then all of a sudden she's found God and Jesus, and I'm renouncing and the whole nine. That burned my ass. That pissed me off so bad. And that is the thing that I don't like. You know, if you want to quit tarot, just quit tarot. Okay? You don't have to make this grand announcement and this grand show. You know, Kat Von D is another one, who she renounced spirituality. And she was talking about how all the time she was spiritual, she was depressed, and she gave other negative reasons, you know, all these, you know, ridiculous reasons why she walked away. And my question was this: first of all, for you to say that spirituality only made you depressed, okay, that's ridiculous. If you was depressed, Why were you depressed? I'm sure it was another reason other than the fact that spirituality just didn't fill me and it depressed me. I beg to differ. Sorry, this is really driving me nuts. This phone is just not cooperating today. And I feel like this. If you was depressed, it didn't have nothing to do with spirituality. Maybe, just maybe, it has something to do with people telling you that you was wrong for living how you was living. You know, you was wrong for being how you was being. You came across as a little witchy, and we don't like that, and that's evil and sinful and wrong. And you know, maybe, just maybe, that was the thing that encouraged you that put you to the point of depression. Like maybe I am, you know, one day you woke up and you said, well, wow, maybe I am wrong, and maybe I just want a peaceful life, and I just want people to, you know, love me or whatever, you know. I take offense to that. And for you to make a grand announcement, I'm giving up spirituality and I'm giving up tarot, like it's just the devil's, you know, playground or something like that. And it is not. It's not. Like I said, everybody's entitled to believe how they want to believe. Everybody's entitled to go the route. Whatever God met you at is your path. You know, and it just really angers me that she waited until she made just enough money and then want to say, you know, and I'm just going to walk away and you guys have a great day, and we just spent all this money to make you comfortable. You know, I was so mad. Ooh, I was so mad. And that's all I want to say about that. Just, you know what, if you're not feeling tarot, that's fine. Just quit. Do like that couple did and just stop. You ain't got to make no grand announcement. If people don't see you online anymore, they'll finally figure out that you decided you ain't doing it no more. You're not feeling it. It's not you. But to sit up there and say that, you know, Jesus, I'm going the way of Jesus and this and the other thing. Let me tell you something. The Father knew exactly who I was. The Father knows exactly who I am. The Father is, and other readers, you know. Here's my thing. We all have gifts. We all have gifts. And for readers, that intuition is your gift. This is what God gifted you with. The gift of sight. The gift of vision, the gift of intuition, and use that. We want you to use that gift to help others on their path in their life. You know, somebody's at a fork in the road and they're just not sure which way to go. And so you could try turning to this people. You know, the Chinese. I was looking at an episode of Locked Up Abroad, and there's this man went to go visit this woman in Japan. He was in Japan and he wanted to get a reading. And so he went to visit this reader, and this lady had sticks. And she would pick up the sticks, and she did like this, and then she dropped the sticks, and she told him to pick one, and she was able to divine a message for him. And both times they were absolutely right. You see what I'm saying? Divination runs the gambit. Divination, you know, a book, the Bible, is a divination. It's a tool of divination. It's a tool of the divine, you know. And for us, tarot just happens to be that tool of the divine. Are you wrong for using it? No, we are no more wrong for using tarot than they are of using the Bible or the Quran or whatever other religious text exists out there. You're not evil for doing tarot. You're not wrong for doing tarot. God blessed you with these gifts, and he said to you, I cannot tell you how many times I've done readings and they said, you've got talents, you've got gifts that need to be further developed and used. And, you know, and I was like, okay, I just need to do that, work on that a little more and whatever, you know, or work on whatever tools and just gifts that I have, you know. So to those of you, if you just wake up one day and you say, I don't want to do it anymore, however that works for you, if you think that this is somehow wrong on some level for you, then just walk away. But for people like Doreen Virtue and Kat Von D and you know, this lady, what is it, something reads tarot, whatever her name is, reads tarot. I forgot just that fast. because I had never heard of her before. If I hadn't seen that feed just happen to pop into my feed that this person is world's, most popular TikToker reader, tarot reader, and she's renouncing it and da da da. And I said, that's fine. If you want to renounce it, renounce it. You don't want to do it no more, don't do it. But you don't have to make a grand announcement because it comes across as really fake. Like I'm ready to stop doing this, but I want to be accepted over here. So if I say something about it, maybe I will now be accepted in this community. It comes across as really fake, So do like that couple did. If you don't want to do tarot no more, just don't do it. Just move on, because there are those of us who do believe in tarot, and this does work for us, And we take a lot of pleasure and a lot of pride in helping other people along their path, and it's not evil. Like I said, the God that exists in me, the God that exists in you exists in me. And if I was doing something so wrong, I would get that message. All these other people, if the God resides in them as well, and if they was doing something so wrong and so evil and so terrible, he would say so. But anyway, so yeah, do you believe that? Look at all these damn boxes. I'm so mad. If I saw her, I swear to God. Oh my God, all this money. And the majority of the cards had the same message. That's what pissed me off even more, is that the messages were damn near the same. And every time I bought a box, I'm thinking, this one's going to be different. The messages are going to be different. And they were all the same. And you made money like that. You changed the cover of the box, but the messages were all the same. You could have just made one deck and rolled with it, but she was trying to, like I said, her bank account, she was trying to hit a certain point, and she achieved her objective. She went all over the country and convinced everybody to buy her boxes of cards and go online every week and give readings and say all this wonderfulness about it. And now I got just enough money to have this sprawling acreage in Hawaii, and I can now retire and I can go buy my fancy little white horse. And because she used to always talk about that. There's literally an image of her on one of these tarot cards where she's standing next to a unicorn, white horse unicorn, right? And so she said she always wanted this horse, and she finally was able to buy an all white horse, and now she's got her acreage, and she can afford to take care of all the animals and the horse and the whole nine. And that really burned my ass. She essentially used the tarot community. She used people to get what she wanted. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna go ahead and go, you guys. I just wanted to throw that out there. If you don't like tarot, just quit. Just walk away. We don't need the show. We don't. Okay? And if you do that, it's because, and it is because you just want to try to get in good with the other side. And if I say these things about how terrible it is, and you guys will go, oh, you're so right, and come on this way, and we will accept you, and we will forgive you, and you can... Give me a break. Give me a break. All right, I'm going to go. I will see you guys next time on the next video. I want you guys to have a great rest of your day. Happy birthday to all the Cancers out there. Don't forget to check out the beautiful full moon. Last night was that first part of it. I told you the day before, the day of, and the day after the moon is in its fullest. So tonight is the official full moon. And check it out. It was so gorgeous. So gorgeous. What's interesting, you guys, is I did an angel feather reading the other day, and one of the cards I got was connect with the moon. And I was like, yes, and I want to encourage you guys to do the same. Connect with the moon. Marvel in God's amazing moon. Just Okay, so yeah, let me get out of here, you guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time on the next video. You guys take care. Bye-bye.